Hi, I'm Kim with Beauty by Sewn. If this is your first time tuning in, hi, welcome. And if you like what you see after watching a few minutes, would love it if you could hit that subscribe button. I am trying to hit 5,000 followers. And for all my awesome subscribers who are back watching, thank you so much for tuning in. I wanted to show you today what's in my beauty bag. I am famous for doing my makeup on the go. I am a working mom and I take the train into Manhattan every day. And so I wanted to show you my makeup bag. It probably weighs like a pound. I want to say, when you're doing weights at the gym, I'm like, yeah, it's a pound. And I wanted to show you what is inside. So I wanted to do my makeup also with what is inside while I'm here at home so I could teach a few more tips versus trying to, teach while I'm on the New Jersey Transit. So let's get started. The first thing I carry with me, and I'm sorry the label is a little worn out, but I really wanted to keep this as authentic as possible, is this Remedy by Bobbi Brown. And it's Skin Reviver Power Greens Ferment. So I don't know about you, but I take a multivitamin every day. And I like the idea of sort of putting that greens ferment sort of multivitamin on my skin. So I carry that. Then the next thing I do is I have little to-go containers. These are awesome. I got these on Amazon because they're squishy and they won't break. The lids pop on and off. And inside I keep a vitamin-rich face base or hydrating face cream, depending on my skin. And I put that all over. So this is literally everything that I do when I'm on the train. Usually I have my jacket on, and I'm lucky enough to maybe have a girlfriend or two along the way that I've bumped into. So we sit together. And then I've got Hydrating Eye Cream, and it's this awesome little mini jar that I usually had to fill up a little jar of Hydrating Eye Cream, but I have a artistry kit back in this right now with the business with Bobbi Brown, and so they made me these tiny little hydrating eye creams, and I always apply a little bit of eye cream underneath my eyes because I need it. And really, everybody needs it. If you're not using eye cream, even if you can't do a Bobbi Brown one, just pick up a Neutrogena one, a CeraVe one. Try an eye cream that's hydrating and apply it morning and night. Just like sure it's like a hydrating is its main benefit. If you want to go anti-aging, then go anti-aging for nighttime. I always take also a little bit of eye cream and run it around my lips. So the next thing I do when I'm on the train, because I'm always thinking, okay, well, if I have to get off the train and when I hit Manhattan, what could I quickly finish? I try to do my eyes first. So I'm going to take my Longwear eye base. This is my go-to product. It's Shore Longwear Cream Shadow. And I just use my fingers, take it across my whole lid. It helps to hold eyeshadows onto my lid. It helps to take away any of the red or gray that's on my eyelid as well. So it's an awesome eye base. And if I'm really tired or just not into makeup that day, I'll put this on my eyelid, maybe a little eyeliner, and then I'm out the door or out of the train per se, because it's just a really pretty neutral shade. So there's a bunch of different shades at Bobbi Brown in that Longwear Cream Shadow formula, but I just adore the Shore. So then the next thing I'll do is I'm gonna grab, I promise you I'm working out of this, I'm gonna grab my gel eyeliner. And people always say, oh, do you do the gel eyeliner on the go? And I'm like, yes, I do. So I usually use short handle brushes, but I'm washing them right now. So I'm gonna just show you with a long handle brush. I wash my brushes, I try to wash them like every Sunday because then during the week, they get so grimy because I just throw them back in my makeup bag. So I'm just gonna work off of my compact that I always have on me. I use the color Soft Sand. It's like a universal shade, and I can use it when I'm really fair. I can use it when I'm, have more of a tan. So I just know it always works for me in my bag. And I work off of that compact when I'm on the go. So people always say, oh my gosh, Kim, is this what you do? And so I just want you to see, like I'm getting all these blips and blops, and I don't even stop or panic about it. And I'm gonna show you how I fix it. So my biggest trick here is all I'm trying to do is rim my waterline with product. Then I always have on me, dun, 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 Q-tips. Yep, Q-tips. And I'm just gonna go back, because it's that cream shadow base, it still hasn't 100% dried, and I'll just gently rub it off and I'll clean up. And remember I had that eye cream underneath? So the eye cream too still has a slip, and so I can pick up anything. So I just smudge. Oh my gosh, so messy, but this is real life. And I'm trying to do it also sort of quick. The other thing I always carry on me is I buy like at the dollar store or little hand wipes or like antibacterial wipes. I'm always just wanting to like re-clean my hands. So I always have antibacterial wipes and the good old Q-tips. So because I did such a messy job on my cream shadow, I'm just gonna go back over top and layer some more of that on top. And I just gently tap and press it so that it stays on the lid. I'm not blending it overly onto my skin. And I love this Shore color because it's almost like a little bit of an eraser. There we go. And then, so there, it's nice and bright-eyed. You can see here, there's a little bit of fallout, but again, like I don't worry about it right now. So what I'm gonna do is then the other product I always have, I just needed to find it, just wipe a little worn out lipstick on it, is Longwear Cream Shadow Sticks. And if I'm feeling more bold, I'll go, I have always like bold ones on me, so darker. But I'm obsessed with Golden Bronze Longwear Cream Shadow Stick. And I literally run it along the top of my eye like an eyeliner. And then I go underneath. And then see, you can see a soft definition. And then I'm running it across my eyelid. And then taking it underneath in my lower lashes. And bringing it out. Always making sure it meets on that outer corner of my eye. Like that. And then what I do is I usually take this little, I can't live without this little smoky eye brush, and I'll just take a little bit and blend it up my lid and just blend, and then I'll blend along the lower lash line just so that it doesn't sit at all not that chunky. And you know, every once in a while if I don't have a brush on me, you can do this with your finger. But this is just such an easy brush to have. And just again, sweeping it across my eye like a windshield wiper and just making sure that it comes out far enough and up onto the crease, out far enough and up onto the crease. And there, that looks really pretty. So I can see that I am tired, and there's also still eyeliner sitting underneath my eyes. All my girlfriends are always like, oh my gosh, Kim, do you do eyeliner every day? And I always have to do some sort of eyeliner, even up in my lash line, because I'm so fair and it just makes such a huge difference. So I'm just gonna see how much of the darkness under my eye is maybe makeup or that eyeliner versus just being really tired. Yeah, a little bit, but not a ton. That's just me being tired. Okay, awesome. So what I'm gonna do, because I'm seeing that I'm tired, something I've been carrying around with me is a sparkle shadow or a shimmer shadow. You know, matte eye is really in, but I don't know, I'm finding February into March, I'm just so feeling dull. So I like adding a little bit of shimmer to my eye look. And there's these gorgeous little Luxe eyeshadows. And Bobbi Brown brought these out, I think it was around Christmas time. And I'm obsessed with this rose gold. So I will just take a little bit with my finger and tap it onto my inner half of my lower lid. So it's really pretty. And it just gives a wash of brightness to my lid. And by using my finger, you know, I'm sort of blending it And I really try hard to keep it on my lower lid. So from my lash line to my crease and not up onto the skin, because again, I'm finding as I'm older, this whole upper part of my eye in here is getting so puffy. And I'm like so sticking to the 1,200 calories a day regime with this Lose It app. And yes, I save calories for 1 glass or half a glass of wine, probably 3 times a week, maybe 2 times a week. But I'm really trying to cut back on the sodium. Anyways, any tips or advice on healthy eating? Love to hear. So I'm gonna just do 1 coat of mascara, and I usually do just 1 coat of mascara to get it on. So again, if the train's running faster or I need to you know, get off or whatever, I at least have 1 coat on. But I'm gonna tell you, I will always go back if I have extra time on the train or the train's delayed, and I'll go back and apply more mascara, because you can never have enough of good mascara. I was teaching a class, and there's a real difference between good mascara, I was telling the clients, and not good quality mascara, because a good mascara, you really should be able to apply it and layer it for quite a few coats without it clumping. So if you find you're using a mascara and you stop applying it because it's clumping, then either A, wipe the brush off and give it, you know, another try, or B, it's just too old. It is one of those things, you know, I'm always trying to maximize how much I can get out of a product, or how long can you keep it. And, you know, it's the guideline with cosmetics is that 3 months. And I have to say, I probably am more like a 4 months person with my mascaras. I always wipe the wand off every couple of weeks just with a tissue, so it stays, you know, I get the most out of the formula, because mascaras can be very expensive, and the good ones. So if there's any favorite mascaras out there, do you see how I've been applying mascara this whole time I've been talking? And I know you don't want to tune in and watch a YouTube video of me applying mascara for the next 10 minutes, so I'm going to stop myself. But I'm going to leave it out to the side because you know I might go back. So what I do before I actually do my eyebrows is I want to make sure I do foundation. And for on the go, I use Skin Foundation Stick. If I have time in the morning before I go to the train, I will use a liquid foundation, but I always carry this stick foundation in my makeup bag. So I literally draw it on like a big crayon. Yes, I do. And then the other brush I have on me, which I forgot to clean, so I'm gonna have to clean it after this video, is the full coverage foundation brush. And I will just take the brush and blend it over my skin. I go under my eyes. But what I also do is I take a little bit of the product and I do just run it through my eyebrows, bring it right up to my hairline, just under my chin where that little gobble gobble is. And always I shove sort of the brush up under my nose because I know I'm gonna have a little bit of pink there. And again, pushing the color from the center of my face and then sort of pressing or buffing the color onto my skin. So again, remember, buffing or stamping foundation, you're gonna get more coverage versus sweeping across the skin. You're gonna blend it and you'll get more of a sheer coverage. So there, I just put it on. Let me check in the mirror. Yeah, okay, good. Done and done. Powder. So I love going with the Soft Sand Sheer Press powder, and because again, on the go, I just take the powder and run it. I have a shinier forehead. Remember your tip, you always want to have the cheeks be shinier than your T-zone. So I tend to get a little shinier on my T-zone, so I'll just run a little bit of Soft Sand powder through my, you know, nose, chin, forehead, and then leave it. And again, because I am feeling so bleh, I will go and do bronzer. So I'm using my winter color bronzer is something a little bit grayer or browner. In the summer, I go with something a little more golden. So winter, I use a color called Natural. And in the summer, I use a color called Golden Light. Ooh. And you see I get this drop down here because of the puffy under eye. Anyway, so my face right now is sort of the same color to my body. And this is a really good tip to do, is every once in a while just check to see how is your face and your body color. So you can see my face is clear. There is actually a little bit more color to my forearm. So it's okay if I add a wash of bronzer, but not too much so that my face doesn't match the color of my body. So I take bronzer, I do it a little bit here on the jawline underneath, so it's a subtle contouring. And then again, I'll bring the color up around my hairline because I have a nice big forehead. So again, it's just subtle contouring. And then underneath the jaw and along the cheekbones here. And then whatever's left on the brush, I don't go back for more, I just stamp. I just feel it gives a little bit more of a healthiness to my skin, and my face and my body are still within that same color family. So it's not like orange pumpkin-y head. So now that I've got that on, I find I'm going for blush because I'm always thinking, okay, what else? And one of the big things I haven't done, which I always panic about, is, oh my gosh, am I gonna get my brows on? So even if sometimes I can't get, you know, I have a little bit of time on at home, I'll throw my foundation on and do my eyebrows at home because eyebrows do take detail and a steady hand, and you can't go back and even smudge your eyebrows like you can eyeliner. So if I have time, also I'm gonna try and do my eyebrows. But again, I'm just trying to get as much makeup on in a pretty soft way that everything looks polished and I can stop and get off the get off the train and go to the subway or get a coffee. So I always add a little soft wash of pink, and I love blush, so I'm holding back, and I'm using a really soft color called Pastel Pink. There's another great color called Pretty Pink, so it gives just a really subtle, because again, I would keep applying blush until the cows came home, and there are no cows on the New Jersey Transit, so I would probably just keep putting on blush. I'm gonna just do a sweep of concealer under the eye. And it's so funny because this is how I do my makeup on the train. Nobody even looks. Nobody even gives a peep or a hoot about me putting on makeup. So every once in a while too, I'll test it and just like leave a huge glob of blush on or something and see if anybody will give me a double look, and nobody notices. I always take a little bit of the concealer from under my eye and run it along the bridge of my nose to that inner corner, and you can see the difference. I do apply on my super tired days. So, after a weekend, I've gotten, 2 big sleeps usually of 8+ hours. So I find Mondays, I'm like, woohoo, feeling good. And then by that Thursday morning commute or the Friday morning commute, oh boy. So I always have on hand with me an under eye corrector. And actually, I think I might have lost it because sometimes my makeup falls out on the floor and then I don't go after it. I try, but if it's like so far away, so I have to get another corrector. I've been using, it's called light peach bisque, I want to say. So it's like a peachy biscuity color that I use. So there's my eyes. I've got a little blush. I'll go back, maybe apply a little bit of blush over the concealer. Okay, now I'm gonna go for brows. So a product that's awesome for brows, especially brows on the go, is this perfectly defined long wear brow pencil, and it comes with an angle on the end. And I take my brow hairs, brush them down, and then I will go for it, and in soft little gentle strokes, apply color along the forehead side of my brow. And again, like even on the weekends, I try to take a minute and look closely at myself in a mirror and see if I have any hairs that have been growing in over the week. And I'll try and pluck a couple of hairs if there is growing. Like I can see, I need to pluck a couple that are sitting on my brow bone. So I keep the head of my brow square, and then I'm gonna brush the hair back up over the color. And it's good. It's not a perfect brow, and I'm really into like a really good brow. So this would get me off the train, but honestly, on the subway, I would probably try and perfect them. So now I'm gonna go back the other side and doing strokes. This brow I found is a little shorter, so I always try to pull the color out past the tip and then bring the tail down, out and down. I don't know if you just heard my Canadian accent. Everyone's like, oh, you're Canadian, because I say out. So I'm now squaring off the head of my brow. Even after living in New York, New Jersey for 13 years, I still out and about. And then there's my brow, you know, to get it on and looking okay. And now I'm pretty good to go. And if I have a little bit more time, I'm going to do my lips. I am obsessed with Pale Mauve Lip Liner and pulling the color to the outer edge of the lip here. And then not over accentuating the bow of my lip. And then really just trying, because it's great to have a lip liner that's the same color as your lip. And then you naturally are sort of defining your lip and it looks super pretty. Let's see what lip colors I have in here. Okay, so I've got the Bare ArtStick. It's a nice creamy matte finish. And honestly, I would probably stop there. But let's see what else I have in my makeup bag that I didn't show you. I have, no, that's it. I have a gloss. I have the eyebrow color gray, so I could perfect my brows more. And I actually have, this is gonna be out at Sephora. This is a glow. So if I'm going out later at night or I'm super tired again, I will take my full coverage foundation brush and I will apply it to the apple of my cheeks and sort of, actually not really the apple, past the apple, and give a highlight to my skin. And then, you know, I have that rose gold on, but I might go back and apply a little bit of gold on here. And this will help me go, if I'm going out after work, to sort of amp up my eye look and amp up my makeup by looking, you know, pulled together and pretty. And that is this Moon Glow. I know Makeup Shayla loves this color, and I believe it's going full-time into Sephora because she helped us sell it so well and everybody wants it because it does work across every skin tone, and it's this gorgeous metallic-y gold that's not too orange. So that is my full look makeup on the go, and I hope you picked up a few tips and tricks so you can see what's in my makeup bag. Huge thanks for watching. Hope you found some cool tips, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. Love your help spreading the word, and please let me know any ideas that you want to hear for future videos. Okay, cool. Bye, see you on the train.